To accept this call, press 5. To block this call, you may begin speaking now.
Hey, cuz, what's up? What's going on with you?
Ain't too much, man. I got the recording working today, man.
Okay.
How you doing?
Oh, man, strong state of mind.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so we on episode number two, right? And last time we talked, we kind of touched on um living without prison. Okay. So if you could tell us more about living without prison.
Okay. When you come to prison, you can take two routes, right?
Hmm.
Uh, you can take a route of like what they call wilding out, doing what you want to do, get involved with all the politics, and you know, continue on that criminal mindset. Or you can say, you know what, I want to better myself, right?
Hmm.
I wanna I wanna get away from that criminal mindset, get on the righteous path, right?
Hmm.
You're doing right because it's the right thing to do, not because got reward or anything like that.
Hmm.
But you got to realize that at some period of time, especially when they gave life sentences, realize that I had to do something different with my life,
Hmm.
preparing myself when I get out, right? So I started reading on business, on finance, forex trading, business management,
Hmm.
psychology, sociology. I guess I read, wow, over. I wasn't counting, but I guess I read over like 100 books.
Could you repeat that again? Because it did cut out.
Okay, I believe I read about over 800 books.
Wow.
Because I realized I had to be better than I was. Um, so when I say live without prison,
Hmm.
what I done when I was in prison is going to help me live when I get out of prison. It's like most people that I see leave here, well, I say a lot of people I see leave here without a skill, right? And
Hmm.
when you don't have a skill, you go back out in society, you were placed right in the same position that you was placed in right before you broke the law, right? Without a skill, can't get a good job. You've got a criminal record, so that doesn't allow you to do things you might want to do.
Hmm.
So you face with that same situation. So I didn't want to put myself in that position. Realize you need skills, right? Develop skills, you become more marketable. Living without prison, like when peace, I will be living and living predicated upon the things that I've done in prison. I'm a firm believer is what you do today to make your future.
Hmm.
Not today, tomorrow come, you can't be upset having progress because you didn't. I'm a firm believer in putting the work in. So, I've written a couple books and things that programs. It helped the youth. I was in. I've done a lot of
Hmm.
mentoring programs. So I realized that some guys didn't have direction. Some guys didn't have direction at an early age. And I was asking me like, what you have to become a man?
Hmm.
And what I taught myself, or so that's living without prison. Living without prison essentially is work that I put in, right, while I was in prison, helped me when I get out of prison.
Okay. So do you have like a specific goal in mind for your organization?
Well, I believe, I have a vision. I look at it and say, when you have a vision, right?
Hmm.
I look at it like, this is my vision. This is where I want to go.
Hmm.
How do I get from here to that vision? I'm here now, and how do I get to that vision? What steps do I need to take?
Hmm.
The goals are smaller goals. Just to say that you want to accomplish certain things, but because I've been out of society for 30 years,
Hmm.
first thing I had to see especially with technology and things of that nature. I had to see exactly how that technology fits into my. What I want to do, as far as my vision, help youth. I want to help uh, guys become manhood, about
Hmm.
This call is from a federal prison.
be a part of organizations, um, help them implement my plan and my program into their organizations, build men in their character.
Hmm.
When I was a part of different organizations, and people listen to this can just evaluate it themselves. We had assessment questions because when you mentoring somebody, first you got to see where they're at,
Hmm.
where they go, right? So some of you, just a couple of the assessment questions are, what are your defined goals and objectives?
Hmm.
What steps are you taking to achieve your goals? What do you want to do to accomplish? What is holding you back from achieving your goals?
Hmm.
What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? So, an evaluation is people, sometimes, you believe it or not, people never even evaluated themselves,
Hmm.
what their strengths is or what their weaknesses. Your strengths can be a part of having opportunities where your weaknesses will be the things that's holding you back.
Right.
So, if you can't identify what's holding you back, um, those things can't be corrected. But when you can identify the things that's holding you back, you can correct it. So a lot of things was holding guys back was education,
Right.
right? Education, skill development. Once you can correct that, that will be a strength instead of a weakness.
Hmm.
So um, finding goals and objectives. Because if you have a goal, you got to say, well, how am I going to get to the goal? Like, what
Right.
steps am I taking? What's the objectives to get there, right?
Hmm.
um, uh, smart SWOT analysis, and there's your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So it's like critical thinking,
Hmm.
analytically. You start thinking analytically about just certain situations,
Hmm.
find certain strengths and weaknesses you have, and to those analytics, you will be able to forecast like a future for yourself because
Right.
now you can set goals. So for me, it's about vision though, because we all have visions of ourselves. Say like 5 years from now, what are we
Hmm.
doing? And in that vision, we have to figure out how we're going to get to from A to Z.
Right.
Vision, right? But yeah,
So
that's
you touched a lot on, them having the young men having a vision of themselves.
right.
How do you reach out to the ones who don't see any, they don't even see tomorrow, let alone having a real future and everything? How do you reach and change the mindset of those individuals?
Well, I believe is what I've come in contact with guys. It's the system of beliefs, right?
Hmm.
We all have system of beliefs, even in prison. You have what's called a prison code. On the streets, they call it a street code.
Hmm.
So when people tell me about this is the prison code, and I'll ask them like, have you ever seen a book?
Right.
Right? Have you ever seen a prison code book? Uh, when people tell you these things, this is what we handle, this is how you got to handle the situation.
Hmm.
They actually are thinking for you and put a battery in your pack, you to do things that you might not even thought about doing it or handling the situation. So
Hmm.
when you go on the streets, it says a street code, and the street code says this, but in actuality, there is no manual or no on this. So
Hmm.
they have strong beliefs in different types of codes.
Hmm.
You have to change a person's beliefs because their beliefs led them to bad decisions.
Right.
So you could believe that if a man step on your shoe, that you're supposed to harm him,
Hmm.
right? And if you believe that, that's how you live your life.
Right.
You live your life based upon how you believe, what you believe, how strong you believe in it. Some people be like, "Well, I'm a man," and announcing that they're a man,
Hmm.
and because I'm a man, I'm not gonna let you do this to me. But in actuality, those are not their original thoughts. They believe those things that someone else put in their head.
Hmm.
So you gotta understand that if you change a person's beliefs,
This call is from a federal prison.
you'll break bad habits.
Got you. Got you.
Replace
And
those bad habits with good habits.
well, the main reason why I asked that and everything, because I come in contact with a lot of these young guys out here. And don't get me wrong, we were wilding out when we were young. It's no question about that. But it's just when you were speaking about code, yeah, we wild out, but we still had a code. It seems like now they don't even know what a code is, let alone how to abide by it. So that's what I mean by, how are you gonna be able to reach these young men and everything so they gonna understand that there is life beyond the street, there is life beyond prison.
Right. So, and I like exactly what you said. That's structure, right?
Hmm.
When you don't have structure, right? What happens? You run off the rails,
Hmm.
and so you got to provide structure.
Right.
Structure is going to keep is the boundaries. When you live without boundaries, you're liable to do anything. You start applying boundaries to that way of thinking and character, because one of the things that was going to carry your life is your character and your friends, right?
Hmm.
Um, if you relationships is very important because somebody always knows somebody else that can help you, and you don't build healthy relationships with people, you're not networking, right? And
Right.
that's really what life is about. Because if you want a job, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to go get the job. Somebody knows somebody that can get you a job,
True.
right? When your car break down, 9 times out of 10, somebody know a mechanic that you can use, or you need to buy a car. Somebody knows somebody can sell you a car.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
sell cars. So when you look at it, you look at your interdependence.
Hmm.
Interdependency. When you saying that how you work well with other people, you got to get people to work well with other people. A lot of times people can't work well with other people. A lot of things can't be done if you can't work well with other people. So interdependency. That's one of the things that we was teaching interdependency.
Hmm.
Come out of your womb, you're dependent, and after a while, you people try to push you into interdependence.
Right.
And when you independent, you say, "Well, I don't need no help. I don't need nobody. I can do this myself." And you're gonna have a rough life.
Well, that's a mentality that runs through a lot of these youngest minds. Like I could do it all by myself, or even when they do get help, they still want to take all the credit for it.
Right. Well,
And
that's those things have to be taught. In the sense to say,
mhm,
that a lot of times, you can't blame a person that's ignorant to life itself. Right.
true.
You can listen to them in decision making. You'll be like, "Wow, you way off." The point. And that's when it comes in like, "Oh, you gotta teach this person. This person don't know." Right. And because
Right.
they don't know, it's keeping them back. That's a weakness. Ignorance is a weakness, right?
True.
And because of that, we identify ignorance as a weakness. So what we do is we become informed. And having the right friends and having the right associates, family
Mhm.
members, having a good team around you that support.
Well, I think that's the key word and everything that we should talk about in the next episode, if that's okay with you. And that is the word
Yeah.
support.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's going to be huge for these young men coming out of prison or dealing with whatever situation that they're dealing with in real life. And I think you're going to be bringing something amazing to the table, man. I'm truly, truly proud of you. Seriously.
You already know. Hey, the phone will call in 30 seconds,
All
right?
right.
Yeah, we only get 15 minutes, right?
Right.
So
So
what I'll do is, 'cause I know you got to work through some things here and everything like that. So say I'll give you a buzz back, say like Monday.
Monday's fine.
Okay. All right, man. I love you, man. Love you, cuz. Take care. All
Love you too.
right, peace.